guys, it is Chef Rochelle here, and welcome back to my YouTube channel where good food changes the mood. Today we are cooking a mojo chicken breast with black beans and rice, topped with a mango salsa. So come on guys, let's get into it. So I've already had my chicken breast brining. I love to brine my chicken breast before I cook with lemon juice and some kosher salt. And it's been brining for about maybe about 3 hours right now. So I know that the moisture is on point, okay? So I'm gonna place our chicken here. And I've also butterflied it because that's how I like to, you know, grill my chicken breast. And it's good if you were to put it on a grill already butterflied, and it helps it get get done quicker when you are grilling it. So while I'm about to season the chicken, I'm going to heat up our pan here. I'm just going to put it on 7, so just a little bit between medium and high. Okay, so I have a salt blend here. This is garlic and kosher salt, and so I'm just gonna season our chicken with that on both sides. And with this serving right here, I think it will be maybe about 2 to 3 teaspoons, tablespoons, and you can basically just kind of just go ahead and use all the seasoning on here. All right, and then we're going to do this is a jalapeno garlic blend right here, and it is by Kinder's. I'm gonna season it with that on both sides. Okay. And this is just a spice blend, so you don't have to worry about it being too over seasoned. Okay, so we have our Tony's Cajun Cajun seasoning. Just gonna sprinkle a little bit of that on there, because when you use kosher salt, it is, especially if it's already been brined in it, not that it's going to be salty, but kosher salt really just kind of gets in the chicken. Really gets in it. So I don't want to use too much. And then the sauce that I'm going to use, the Mojo sauce that I'm going to use, it has flavor too. So I don't want it to be too much, okay? So I'm going to just turn our pan up on high just a little bit, because our chicken is actually ready to be put in the oven, to be put in the pan. And I'm going to add like a little olive oil just on the top. You know what guys, I should have added it before. Let's get into this, because this is going to be a very quick meal. All right, I'm going to add like a little olive oil in the pan. As y'all can see, I really don't measure stuff, but when I drop my cookbook, I'll measure it for you guys, okay? So I'm going to put just a little olive oil in the pan. Okay guys, so I have this garlic paste right here. I've never used it before, but I don't have any chopped garlic, so I'm going to go ahead and just squeeze just a little bit of that in there, this paste in here. Just going to put it in there, paste. Okay. All right. It's not too bad. All right. And so I'm going to go ahead and place our chicken breast. And I have our chopped peppers, onions, and chopped peppers and scallions. So I'm just going to put a little bit around that just to help with the flavors. All right guys, so while the chicken is cooking, I want to show you guys that I made this pineapple salsa here. And it just has jalapenos, some peppers, a little lime juice, a little lemon juice, and I'm going to top our chicken breast off with that. I like to roast my rice before I cook it. It just gives it a good flavor, so I'm excited to use this garlic paste to see how that comes out, how that turns out. So I'm gonna let our pan heat up a little bit. Let our chicken, I'm gonna turn this up on high. I hope that it's getting a good grill. I'm gonna just see how it's looking. Okay. Yeah, I'm going to keep that on high and just let that cook. All right. From there, I'm going to add some juice from an orange. I have an orange here. I have some onions, cilantro, and oranges. It just adds like a little citrus taste to it, some flavor. Just squeeze a little orange in there. Okay. Squeeze that on there. And then I'm going to just add some onions in it as well. So as you guys see, I really just, when you're cooking, just freestyle. Just get creative in the kitchen. Onions, peppers, any type of herbs definitely is going to be you know, a win when you're cooking any type of protein, chicken, steak, or whatever. So I just add a little bit of that. And I love herbs. We're gonna move over to our rice. Have our pan heating up here. Gonna add a little olive oil. And while we're doing that, I'm gonna go ahead and put the eye on for our black beans and rice as well. I mean, our black beans. So I'm gonna let that heat up. Okay, let me check on the chicken, see how it's looking. Perfect. See, it's getting a perfect sear on it, but we're gonna let that cook a little bit longer. We're gonna check out the bigger pieces. See, a perfect sear. Okay, I'm gonna cut on our fan. All right, as you can see, our olive oil has heated up a little bit with our olive oil in it. Our pan has heated up with our olive oil. So I'm gonna go ahead and add our rice here. And all you have to do is just let it toast just like that. Let me make sure I got enough rice. So I'm gonna let that toast, and then I'm gonna add just a little garlic paste right here on the top. And once it starts toasting, it'll go ahead and just infuse in the rice, okay? Like, I really don't have no uniform way that I cook. Okay guys, let me check on this chicken. Okay, it's grilling perfectly. Oh yes, get into that. Heat here our rice, so it is toasting. As you can see, our garlic has infused in the rice. And you want to make sure when you toasting your rice that it is looking toasted. So we're just gonna let that toast there. And when we're done, I'm gonna add, actually I didn't tell you guys that I'm going to add some cilantro to this rice. So it's gonna be like a cilantro lime rice. I don't have lime, but I'm gonna use lemon. So you can use whatever, guys. It don't have to be, you know, if you don't have it, you can make it work. So that's what it's all about when you're in Rochelle's Creative Dishes kitchen. I mean, when you're cooking, it's all about just getting creative. Okay, so I'm gonna let that toast a little bit more before I add the water. I have my beans right here. I've already rinsed them off, and so I'm gonna add them to our pan here. And then I'm gonna add like 2 cups of water to it. Two cups of water. Right? All right, let's check on our chicken to see how it's doing. Perfect. And once the chicken is almost done and grilled, I'm going to add our Mojo sauce to it. Mojo. So I'm going to add the onions, some more onions and cilantro. Okay. I love this sauce. It's called Jane's Crazy Mix-Up Season. I'm going to add a little bit of this to our black beans. All right, so I'm going to add our water to our rice here. So I'm going to go ahead and just let this cook down. Ooh, we got roasted cilantro rice. Okay, so I'm going to let that cook down. All right, let's check on our chicken here. Oh, perfect. It has a perfect sear to it. As you can see, chicken breast. Okay, and then we're going to add our Mojo sauce to it now. Just going to put it, just going to pour that over the chicken like that. I'm going to turn the heat down on this and just let it simmer and cook. We'll put the rest of this in there. I'm going to dash the rest of the peppers in here. I'm going to add some cilantro and onions in here. We're going to do some more orange slices. Actually, I'm just going to put the orange in here. Just going to drop the orange in there like that. I'm just going to let that cook down. And halfway through the chicken, I mean, when I'm cooking, I like, you know, you have to taste to see how the flavors are. So, it's already good. The Mojo sauce is what's going to really top it off with the oranges and onions and peppers in it. You see how quick this meal is? Like, it's almost done. It hasn't even been, what, 15 minutes? And so that's what I'm about. Like I said, when I cook for myself, guys, I like to be in and out, but at the same time creating something very amazing, something creative. This is like a dish you could probably go to a nice little Cuban restaurant and pick up. Instead, you were a good food, change the mood. So let's get back into this, okay? Let's check on our rice, guys. You know, I didn't, you know, sometimes this happens in the kitchen. We're gonna go put some water on this. A little bit of water. And I'm gonna let this just simmer down a little bit. When you're using, even if you use water and you want to have that Cuban taste to it, you can just add a little bit of this Mojo sauce to it. Just add a little bit in there. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna dash. This is how I want y'all to do. I just want y'all to have fun in the kitchen. If it works for you, make it work. So we're gonna add, I'm gonna add a little bit of this in our black beans and rice as well. Okay. All right, guys, everything is cooking. We got our black beans going back here. Now this is what I need to work on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to transfer the black beans to the front. We're going to put our chicken on the back, put the top on the chicken, and let that cook down. Going to turn that to maybe a medium heat, let it cook, and we have our black beans and rice right here. And so I'm going to go ahead and work on this. I'm going to add some crushed red peppers to it. Hold on. Some crushed red peppers. We're going to add some more cilantro and parsley, onions. I usually use, when I make my black beans and rice, I like to use red onions, but I don't have any of those. So I'm just going to throw that in there. We're going to squeeze a little orange in it. I got a little orange in it. Okay. So I'm going to add a little kosher salt to our black beans and rice. I keep saying black beans and rice, y'all, but our black beans. And black beans really don't take that long, so, you know, you can just, because you don't want them to be mushy. So I would say maybe 15 minutes the most that you want to let them cook. But sometimes with black beans, it doesn't hold the flavor that much when you have the, so it doesn't hold flavor that much when you add water to it. And sometimes I like to, when I do use canned, which I do use like black beans sometimes, because the dry black beans does take it is a process, and I can show you guys how to cook black beans that way another time. But these were used out the can, and I like to rinse them off completely, so the juice that it comes in, all of that is gone, and I just use water. So you're gonna have to add the flavor back to it. I'm gonna add some pepper here, and I'm going to check on our rice as well. And while I'm checking on the rice, I'm going to add the cilantro in it. Just going to put the cilantro on top. I don't know how that rice tastes because I got that toasted look on it, but definitely believe that it's good. So we're going to add butter, some butter to it like that, and then I'm just going to put the top back on it and just let it cook down. So we're gonna check on our chicken back here. Okay. Our oranges on there. So we're gonna let our rice simmer down a little bit. The rice is done, the beans are done, and the chicken needs about maybe 5 to 10 more minutes. And we have a Cuban Mojo chicken breast with black beans and rice. I hope this recipe was very, simple for you guys, very quick and simple. I know as you guys see, I can move around when I'm cooking. I just like to taste different flavors and add different things. You just never know how the dish will turn out.